Welcome to the ABCL Project. I'm Krieger. This is Off Bravo, and today we're starting off with the Mech Fans Toys Cycolnaus. I'm not kidding. That's what's on the box. Cycolnaus. Anyway, of course, it's to avoid copyright because this is not licensed, but this is the Legend Scale Mech Fan Toys. It doesn't look too bad. It just has the plain nose sticking off the back there. It's a pretty basic transformation, but overall, not too bad. Now, I picked this guy up on clearance, so this gives me an idea of what the Mech Fans were and why I usually discount the Legend Scale stuff like Mech Fans and Iron Factory and all them. So we'll compare them with the IDW winner, the Universe with the Hurricane kit. And you can see it's well short. I mean, you can also tell he's, shorter than a regular deluxe too. So let you see that. Bring in the G1 winner, the Kingdom Cyclonus, and you can see, yeah, almost half the height. So, just gives you an idea of where these guys sit. And I got the special shiny edition of him. But like I said, he was on clearance at Big Bad Toy Store. So, I thought I'd go ahead and pick him up, just try him out. Alright, let's look at the play mode. And here we have Cycolnaus in his plain mode, and it looks like they really tried. It came out actually looking kind of like a cutesy version of Cyclonus. You can believe that. Just the way they did the cockpit, stuff like that. Looks like they're doing a kid's toy type thing. Now there is no place to store his regular gun, but the extra gun they packed will stow in the nose here. And it does have fists just sticking out the bottom. But, yeah, that's it. Not a whole lot to it. Bring in the Universe. You can see, marginally better than the Universe. Just because the Universe is kind of shown its age now. Alright, we'll bring in the Kingdom. And I still love the Kingdom. I mean, this guy still looks good. And you can kind of see just the difference between the two here. Just in the quality of the transformation there. Yeah, definitely digging the Kingdom more. But again, it's bigger. They had more room to work. But anyway, let's go ahead and finish talking about this guy. So, is Cycolnaus going to win anything as far as chug scale? Not really. I mean, it's just not really tall enough to compete with either one of the or two current winners. So, it's really just a nifty, smaller scale Cyclonus for with G1 representation. I think they also have an IDW representation, but if you get into collecting the scale, you pretty much have to collect exclusively from one company. I don't think the precise scale translates between all the Legends companies. Alright, let's go on to the next one. And finally for today, we're doing the Buzzworthy Origins Jazz. Now, it looks pretty cool. Comes with a little bit of backpack and some extra heel spurs, but overall not too terrible. He comes with his gun. He comes with detachable pulley and grappling hook. So pretty neat. And you can flip around his hand and you've got a 5mm port, so you can stick that on there. So we can have his grappling hand that we didn't even have for our other releases. So that's pretty neat, even though he didn't use the grappling hand in this body. But that's beside the point. Let's bring in the current G1 winner. Is the Studio Series Jazz. And the Studio Series Jazz definitely has, the G1 locked down. So this one still looks really good. Like I said, he looks kind of like the Action Master, and that's why I can forgive the backpack, just because it looks like, that G.I. Joe backpack he always have. So it's pretty neat. And the head sculpt is slightly different. I actually kind of like it a little bit more than the Studio Series. But overall, it's pretty good. One more comparison, we'll take a look at the Origin Bumblebee. You can see it looks like they had a lot of lessons learned here. The Jazz has a lot less Cybertronian kibble presenting than Bumblebee did. But, you know, I think this looks really cool. Alright, let's look at his vehicle mode. And here we have Origin's Jazz in his hovercraft mode. And that actually looks really good. I actually like this. It looks a lot like it did in the cartoon. Stows away pretty well. He is pretty much a shell former because those on his back and all this is on his feet, but for the most part not too bad. And you only have the one port up top to store weapons, so you do have two in the back. I guess you could shove the weapons back there, but that's about it. Looks just like it did in the first episode. Bring in the Studio Series, and you can see what pre-scan and post-scan Jazz looks like. And they did a really good job on this. I'm pretty happy with it. Bring in the Bumblebee, and both of them look really cool together. Now we just need that wheeljack. All right, let's go ahead and get a final verdict. So, is this our new IDW G1 Jazz? Strictly speaking, I'm going to say no, just because the Studio Series pretty much hits it out of the park for a G1 Jazz as far as the cartoon accuracy. But one thing I will give it, this will be our Chug More Than Meets the Eye Part 1 Cybertronian Mold Jazz winner. The fact that there's nothing competing doesn't really matter, but it's the winner for the Episode 1 Jazz. Alrighty, let's wrap this up. And that's it for today. Thanks for joining us today on the AB Scale Project. If there's a character you'd like to see, put your request in the comments below. Although, there aren't too many left. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, ring that bell, and I'll see y'all later.